My presentation is about movie, film or cinema. No matter what you call, it's all in same. I want to talk about all of them in general. So, if you talk about them, you have actually two arms. One of them is main one. Main one, including those questions. For example, how to make a successful one and a successful movie, what it needs, elements of films, what is CGI and green screen and VHS, I forgot to write about it, and how they work and cast and crew. I won't answer those questions and I will skip it because it needs more time, like an hour. The session will be about extrinsic points, like history of film, why we should watch it, watch movies, advanced of it, preview, rating, and Oscar, and finally 3 special movies. Like always, we should define the topic of presentation. Film is a story or even recorded with cameras, a set of movement images and shown in cinema or television. First point is a history of film. So actually the history of film isn't defined clearly, but we have first events are recorded by camera by French astronomer Pierre Jensen in 1874. He used his photographic photographed the transit of Venus planet. It's a photo of his event when he took it. His video was about like only 3 seconds. 195 when Lumiere brothers created the first short movie, and it was a new revolution in cinema. Photo of the first short movie on English. So why we should watch it? Watching movie, the advantage, or what's the benefit on movie? In first, intellectual. So of course to be intellectual people, or if you wanted to be intellectual people, maybe movie is one of the best options. Because you know many people starting to read books in order to be intellectual people. I agree that books are better in this point, but you know, cinema is like a message. There's a lot of listeners that you can learn, and there's lots of usable quotes. And the second advantage, learning language. Of course, you can master any language without anyone's help, because moving, if you focus on it, you sure learn the language and you get benefit of it. I know actually some people saying that it's a slow process, but moving, but you know, I don't agree with them. Maybe there's a few faster way than movie to learn language, but you know, all of them cost money. But movie is for free, and also I'm sure that it is best free option that we have. And the third benefit of it is lesion and hope. I don't want to talk anything about it. If you have ever watched it in movie, that you notice it, both of them. So it has lots of advantage, but this actually short time. So the Academy Awards, or what official name probably called by the Oscar. So this, so Oscar is actually a golden statuette. Statuette means a little state actually. It's given by Academy of Motion Picture Art and Science, AMPAS for short. It's given for some actor and actors and some movies for different purposes. For example, for best actor, for best actress, for best supporting actor, for best supporting actress, for best soundtrack analysis. But most famous one is actually the Oscar for best actor. Oscar Festival is a yearly festival that AMPAS giving lots of Oscar for lots of people actually in their festival, and it was created around 90 years ago in 1929 in private dinners that they broadcasting on radio and give it him first Oscar. One is rating. When you watch a movie, for example, in home, in cinema, online or offline, you can after that go online and search Google for IMDb website. This is an official website for rating movies that you watch. It's no matter where you're from or anything like that. You can go to this site, website, and rate your movie. For example, it's just an example. I rate this movie 10 on 10, and another point, you should rate the movie on 10. No matter what number you give, maybe 1 on 10 or 10 on 10, no matter as a level that you enjoy it. So I give it 10 on 10, but the average rating of this movie is 8.2 on 10, because 192,000 people voted for it, and it is the average, the average of their votes are 8.2 on 10. It's a preview. Who can preview a movie? For those who didn't know the meaning of this word, preview means watching a thing before going global. For example, watching a movie before it's shown in cinema. Who can, is there anyone can preview a movie? Of course, there's 1,000 of people can preview a movie before it's shown in cinema. For example, those film critics around the world, they are genius in cinema. So a week before the movie going global, or 10 days, or even a month, they get invited to go to private cinema and watch the movie, and then they are sharing their idea if they like it or not. My last point is about 3 special movies. The first one is the Shawshank Redemption. The Shawshank, this is maybe many of you wondering what's meaning by this word. Shawshank is actually not even a word, it's a name of prison or jail. So it's most rated movie in history. It got 9.3 out of 10, and 2.1 million people voted for it. And it is published in 1994, and it's directed by Frank Darabont, and it's acted by Morgan Freeman. Actually, it's created around 25 years ago, but you know, no movie could get higher rating than this movie. No movie, 1,000 of movies have been created, but none of them could break down this rating. About rating, let's talk about this new movie. It's a Joker. It isn't published until now, but the film creator has already watched it, and 10,000 of them voted for it, and the average of their voting is 9.6 on him. But maybe this movie can break down the Shawshank average that's still on top for 25 years, but you know, it's too early to talk about it because only 10,000 voted for it, while the Shawshank 2.1 million people voted for it. So it will be clear in the next month, actually around 3 or 4 months, when it's publishing in cinema, and let's see the final result if this movie can break down. But actually it's the most money earning movie. So this Avatar movie, it created in 2010, and it got $2.789 billion, and it became highest money earning movie in history. But until this year, actually, the Avenger game has been published around 5 months ago, and it got $2.796 billion, and it became most money earned movie in history, and break down the Avatar record while it was in top 4. It's John Malkovich movie, actually. It's named the 100 years, the movie you will never see. It means that you won't live to see this movie. You know why? This man created this movie around 4 years ago, but he said, I don't want to publish it on cinema, I will wait 100 years to publish it. In November 2115, he want to publish his movie, and he said, actually this movie is kind of secret thing. He said my movie will talk about some secret things, some hiding future, and a future of humanity and technology, development of health. All of it. Thanks for watching and listening. Now there's any question I have. No one.
Sorry about that, man. That's directing a movie, but maybe 100 years later, maybe he will be dead.
No, of course. as it is writing here, the movie you'll never see. Actually, he's saving it in private places. Of course, no one could see this movie, and all of us will gonna die.
Maybe he told actually, you know, for example, his generations for publishing after his death.
Of course.
But I want to see that movie. I didn't, you know,
Maybe we can-
I didn't watch some movies before, but I want to, you know, I want to watch this movie.
It's impossible, this.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Ajit. Do you have any question? Would you like to see that movie? Because all the forbidden things actually are so enjoyable. Thanks so much, actually, you have done very well. And thanks for your participation.